such an asshole.
We have an interesting request, but it's I don't think it's going to be that long. I don't think there's much to say about it because Overton's window, the zeitgeist, whatever you want to call it, everyone's very familiar with it. We kind of already know what's going to happen, but let me go through it. And he sent me 2 questions, and they're separate, so I'm only going to do the first one here. Cappy, a review of the Ravi Zacharias scandal. Zacharias indulged in a double life of frequenting massage parlors and getting women to send him nude selfies. Okay. Nothing earth-shattering about a hypocritical preacher. And I had to look him up, and I guess he was like a Billy Graham sort of Christian pastor, televangelist, the low internet evangelist, as it would be today in modern parlance. Nothing shattering about a hypocritical preacher, but one of the women, Lori Ann Thompson, that he allegedly groomed. What's groomed? Wanted $5 million in hush money. Perhaps he should have watched your video on why you do not date Christian women. He's being classified as a sex predator. Isn't he dead? Hang on, let me look him up. Ravi Zacharias. I remember being told about him before. Let's go. Ravi Zacharias. Yeah, he died recently. He died in May of 2020. Okay. Well, wasn't that old either. All right. Where'd it go? Where's the question? All right, so he has passed away. Perhaps he should have watched your videos not to Christian women. He's being classified as a sex predator, but in reading some of his text messages, I think he was just a horny old fart who had game. He had nice hair, too. More of a video for shits and giggles as I enjoy your sense of humor. All right, so you want a review of it. The scandal itself is not important. Televangelist guy wants to bang multiple women, uses position of power to do so. News at 6. I mean, what? Bill Clinton, JFK, General Eisenhower, President Eisenhower, general back then. This has been going on since time immemorial. It's nothing new. It's human nature. Maybe not a nice side of human nature. Men want to fuck other women, and they're going to get tail and play any way they can. And I don't care what their face is, what public image they present, every guy's a dirtbag. Martin Luther King Jr., not the guy with the 95 Theses, the other dude, American dude. I think he was a philanderer, and he also was a plagiarizer. He plagiarized his doctoral thesis, I think at Boston University. Someone look at it. Don't quote me on it. And Stephen Molyneux, if you guys want to look this up, there are no heroes. Because everyone, you never meet your heroes because you find out they're just scumbags. And so this is nothing new. What I think is new is now that you have the internet, and now you got a Stormy Daniels, or in this case, a Lori Ann Thompson. Perhaps Monica Lewinsky was the original one that did this. But in the world of Me Too, what is regrettable but albeit normal male behavior is now trying to be vilified. And that's where it's really scary to say, grooming. Well, let's look up Lori Ann Thompson. How old is Lori Ann Thompson? Lori Ann Thompson. Lori Ann Thompson. Victim impact statement. I just want to know how old she is. Well, she doesn't look that young. This is not like a 14-year-old child. This looks like a 30-something, 40-something woman. Okay. But it doesn't matter. The point is that should have Bill Clinton gotten a blowjob in the office from Monica Lewinsky? No. Should General Eisenhower have had himself a paramour over in Britain? No. Did it destroy the world? Did Martin Luther King's philandering derail the civil rights movement? No. There's larger issues and things. But what is happening now is that stuff is now not becoming illegal by court of law, though that might be changing, but it is becoming very illegal in the court of public opinion. And there's an argument to be made that That's a good thing. Men shouldn't be doing these things. Men should stop being dirtbags. But what it's going to result in, and especially for you younger guys, is that every guy is a dirtbag. Yes, every once in a while, there's like a really good goody two-shoes Boy Scout out there. I've not met him. Every guy I'm like, you're a scumbag. I'm a scumbag. I'm a piece of shit. I have not batted 1,000. And that's what's really scary is every one of you boys have fucked up. I fucked up. You fucked up. I've made scores, if not hundreds, of inappropriate approaches and innuendo and propositions. Well, I mean, not hundreds, but, certainly scores. When you're younger, you're drunk at a party, you're doing, all right. And were you Cary Grant? Were you? No, but it doesn't matter because, he came up and he was very, what was the word I'm looking for? He's grooming. What does that mean? He was very impolite. He was very lewd and crass. It's like, okay. And is that going to be enough to now find someone guilty in the court of public internet opinion and to ruin their life down the road and their career? Now, Zacharias, Ravi, died before I guess any of this happened. So maybe he got out before the Death Star exploded. But the rest of you, you are not going to be able to get too big. You're just not, because if you get too big and too successful or just too public, too much of a public figure, your past will come to haunt you. And I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but given all the guys I've hung out with, knowing myself, knowing male sexual nature, knowing male nature in general, all of you got skeletons in your closet. And it's a very interesting academic, like Bill Clinton, he got away with it. Would that have happened? And now they're going after the Cuomo guy, whether or not any of those accusations are true. The Stormy Daniels thing came after Trump. What the Kavanaugh thing, I think, is the scariest one because there was no proof. And it was a 36-year-old accusation. I'm like, whoa. And so what if you all of a sudden get nominated for the Supreme Court? What if you decide to run for mayor? What if you had just become a Jeff Bezos or a successful businessman? Is something in your past going to come out, and is it going to? And so what I forecast, you want my analysis. Well, my analysis was that there's nothing to analyze. Horny old man wants to bang women. Weather at 7. Guy wears blue shirt in Lakeville. Traffic at 6. What's going to happen is more what's going to in the ramifications for younger men or just men in the future, where you'll be going along, everything will be going on, and then out of nowhere, from high school or a party or a night of drunken sex, all of a sudden now you're not in trouble with the law, but you're in trouble with the rule of public opinion. And like Brendan Eich, because it's politically incorrect, now you lost your career. And so, it's gossipy and funny. Okay, Christian guy, contradictory, hypocritical. I get it. That's funny. But you're not. I'm a preacher's kid. I'm aware of the hypocrisy of the Christian church. I'm aware. So it's not necessarily news for me. It's not gossipy for me. But this is, $5 million. Did she? I don't know. That's hearsay. That's what you said. It's not that I don't believe you. But yeah. A guy all of a sudden, sexting a girl. I want $5 million. What? And that's something you young boys are going to have to worry about. Like, you don't know if you're going to become big. You don't know if you're going to become not even necessarily famous, just successful, which is another reason I tell you guys to hide your wealth. You always hide your power level. You don't act like you got money. If you have money, you don't let anyone know. And so there you go. So I guess Ravi, he passed away. Just in time. But going on into the future, you boys are going to, you don't know where you're going to end up. You could be the next Brett Kavanaugh. You could be like a Supreme Court nominee. You could run for Senate. You could be a CEO. You could start a new company you never thought of. And then all of a sudden you go to your 20-year reunion or whatever, and Tilly Magoo that you went out with and try to cop a feel in the movie theater back when you were 17, comes out of your past, and all of a sudden, I can't believe he did manly things, and Bob Bobson of the Bobson Corporation. Oh, I can't believe he did that. Oh, what a bad, bad, bad man. We're never buying that again. So there you go. Let's get to the super chats. I'm just like waiting for the day because I'm like, which one's going to be? I was pretty bad. I did date lots of women, and I did get around, and I was not always Cary Grant. I'll tell you that. I was not always Cary Grant. I'm just like, what's going to happen? It's going to come out. Journey Charles and Joy, $5. Ravi was a hero to me. Sad, but the sad case woman exploit the issue. Yeah. And it's kind of, like look at Martin Luther King and Ravi. I mean, it's like, do as I say, not as I do. I get it. And I don't know if you guys ever saw the Firefly episode where they thought Jane was a hero. And what Captain Malcolm Reynolds had to say is sometimes the message is more important than what the truth is because it gives people hope and da-da-da. And so, and I maybe in the past history kind of whitewash people away or kind of tuck that on, General Eisenhower, which I think was one of the greatest men, one of the greatest Americans. Yeah, he had a paramour. Does not dilute what he did leading the Allies to victory on the Western Front. Are we going to, General Eisenhower, we got to get rid of his statue. Jordan Charles enjoys $10. Yes, I know I was falsely accused of harassment. The girl lied. They found out she lied but wasn't fired. She was only fired after she was caught having sex at work with the maintenance guy. It's, and you're not running for public office. Journey Charles enjoy again for $5. The only thing that saved me was my character and the fact my bosses knew I wasn't like that. This is why I never talked to Western women much. Get the book, The Pence Principle. It's out there. All right. Clarence W., $5 Canadian. I got accused of bad actions from a woman many years ago. The only thing that saved me was text messages. Save everything. Yeah, and see, I feel bad for you guys where, like, you didn't do anything. I've seen people like that where they're like innocent as, like Chad Elkins is an amazing innocent character. I'm not innocent. I'm like, no. It was one party I was at. I was making out with two different girls in two different rooms, and I'm like, is this going to come bite me in my ass? So yeah, you didn't do anything. So I'm kind of, that's the real scary part. $5. Idiocy, 87, $5. These women fail to realize that the male sex drive, when harnessed properly, is the fuel that propels civilization forward. That is the first chapter in my book, The Book of Numbers, Analyzing the ROI on the Pursuit of Women. And I make it very clear that female youth and beauty is the fuel that powers the economic engines of society. And those economic engines are men. And they can either channel it and cheer us on and be cheerleaders and be beautiful, or they can be fat and harpy and make it a risk to even interact with them. And then a girl, well, why are they all unemployed and living at home? I don't get it. Codename Theta, $20. I had an intellectual conversation with two STEM majors, and we talked about ideas of neural bridging with computers to create realistic virtual reality. One claimed to be one of the 2,000 genders, and the other was on Xanax. Are you this screwed? Well, yeah. At least we had some good times, man. At least we had some good times. Those are good times. Remember the time you could just bike around and, play with frogs? Those are good times. Clarence W. for $5 Canadian. Bill in maintenance strikes again. Oh, Bill in maintenance strikes again. Yeah, there's Kevin in sales, Bill in maintenance, and Tyrone in accounting. DD, $2. Cappy's back. Had to check his Twitter out of worry. Guys, I just had a conversation with my girlfriend. She's like, are you doing okay? I'm like, yeah. Well, you seem a little stressed. I'm like, I want to get the effing work done. I let you guys be for 2 days, and it's already built up. I'm fine. Do I have to like announce I'm taking two weeks off? Like, hey, nothing's happening in 2 weeks. Go tune in to The Goddamn Bacon or Jack Napier or Rich Cooper or something. And just so you know, guys, tonight I have work to do, and then tomorrow I got a photo shoot to do. All right, we're all caught up. Okay, so there you go. I know I always say questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com and buy the books and da-da-da, but you young boys out there, and it's the boys, because I haven't seen men like, oh my God, she did this in 1987. You boys got to be real careful. If you go on the internet and you become big, like Turd Flinging Monkey, do it anonymously, or Bernard Chapin, you're anonymous. Just because you never know where the world's going to take you. And, and none of you are batting 1,000. We all fuck up. We all do. It's just whether that fuck up, which would have been normal and not likable, but completely acceptable in the past, is enough to get you fired from a job that you worked years, went to school for engineering. So it's sad. If you want a book, go get the book, The Pence Principle by Randall Bentwick. Right? The Pence Principle. It's a short little book, and it's something to read. It's a tragic book. It's a sad book, but it's a book you all got to read. So I'll see you guys later. Toodles.